Welcome to another episode of the Ghosts and Ghouls podcast. I'm your host, Tyler. This is my co-host, have you come up with a wizard name yet? This is my co-host, Anthony. I'm going to read him a fictional horror story around Halloween. This is our Halloween episode 10.
Yes.
I'm going to read him a fictional horror story based around Halloween. He's going to, I've redacted the name of the creature and replaced it with descriptions throughout the horror, throughout the story. Then he's going to guess what it is, and then we'll do a little history, a little situation of like, what would you do if you had to face this thing? And then from there, we will do if we had to make a movie, how we would produce, shoot, and who'd cast in the movie.
Absolutely, my favorite. Just want to go ahead and say a quick thank you for watching the Ghosts and Ghouls episodes. Go ahead and leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and go ahead and turn a bell on for any notifications that, for new episodes. And go ahead and follow us on TikTok and our Instagram. And if you're just a listener, hey, wherever you listen to your podcast at, we're there too now. So iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, Spotify, all the doodads. So
leave us a rating.
Yes.
Leave us a like. Leave us a comment. Let us know what monsters you want us to do. Creatures, cryptids. I mean, we're down for literally anything. SCPs.
Absolutely anything.
Any kind of creepypasta stuff, we're all in it. So you get 3 questions, yes or no. Try to narrow down where we're at, and then you get a guess in the dark to say, hey, what is this thing?
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that we are in Europe.
Yep.
Simple. All right. We are in the United Kingdoms.
So it is part, but it's its own.
Are we in Switzerland?
Fucking Christ. No.
Is Switzerland not part of the United Kingdoms?
No. Switzerland is its own country.
Oh,
and so Switzerland is very much connected to Europe. It is not an island like the United Kingdom.
Kingdoms. I don't know this creature. I don't know.
You don't know?
No. It's hot as fuck. And it's itchy. I can't think straight. What is the...
You decided to be a wizard.
I did.
Okay. We're in Ireland. It was a Halloween handout.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think we're talking about?
A leprechaun.
No.
Oh.
All right, you ready?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Try to breathe normally. You're dying in that beard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This story is called The Lantern. The woods were unnaturally still that night. No wind, no rustle of leaves, no cries of night birds. Only the sound of Nathan's boots crunching the damp earth as he stumbled through the trees lost. His flashlight flickered with each step, the battery dying. He cursed under his breath. He wandered off the trail hours ago, chasing the glow of what he thought had been another hiker's lantern. But now, deep in the blackness of the forest, he realized he was not alone. A soft orange glow bloomed between the trees ahead. A lantern. No, more like a carved pumpkin, its jagged grin flickering with fire from within it. It floated in the dark air, swaying gently, as though someone carried it unseen. "Hello?" Nathan called out, his voice breaking the silence. The light dipped, then rose again, beckoning him closer. Against his better judgment, Nathan followed. When he entered the clearing, he saw him, an old man with a crooked smile and skin so pale it seemed carved from candle wax. His eyes burned like embers, and in one hand he clutched a glowing jack-o'-lantern, though the flame inside hissed without smoke. "Evening, traveler," the man rasped. His voice was gravel and ash. "You look lost." Nathan froze. Something about this man was wrong. Deeply wrong. The shadows clung too tight to him, wrapping around his body like hungry vines. His breath fogged the air, though the night was not cold. Who are you? Nathan whispered. The figure leaned closer, grinning wider, his teeth long and black. They call me Jack. Been walking these roads a long while. And when folks stray off their path, I'm the one they meet. Nathan backed away, but the clearing seemed to stretch with him, the trees melting into darkness, no way out. The lantern flame grew brighter, swelling until the carved face looked alive, sneering, drooling, molten fire. Jack moved faster than Nathan thought possible, seizing his wrist with a grip like iron. His skin burned at the touch, the smell of singed flesh rising instantly. Jack leaned close, his voice a whisper that scraped against Nathan's soul. I tricked the devil himself once. He's got no claim on me. But you, oh, you've wandered too far from God's light. I'll be taking what I please. The lantern's grin widened unnaturally, spilling like blood. Nathan screamed, the sound swallowed by the trees as Jack pressed the pumpkin over his head. The fire poured in through his mouth, his eyes, his ears, searing every thought, every breath, until there was nothing left but smoke and silence. When the clearing grew still again, Jack stooped alone. The lantern's flame dimmed. Inside it, something new flickered. Another soul trapped, another light stolen. Humming an old, cruel tune, Jack turned and vanished into the woods, lantern swaying gently, waiting for the next lost soul to follow. What do you think it is?
I like the play on words. Jack, lantern, jack-o'-lantern. Mm-hmm. Is this the spirit of the jack-o'-lantern?
Close. This is what is thought as the origin story of the jack-o'-lantern. This is the legend of Stingy Jack.
What does it do? It takes souls? Is that what it's taking?
In the story, this iteration does. I had to make it kind of horror-y, you know? Make it so like he attacks some people. The legend of Stingy Jack, and the story comes from Irish folklore. Stingy Jack, sometimes called Jack the Smith or Drunk Jack, was a deceitful, greedy man who loved tricking people and even managed to trick the devil himself. There are several versions of the tale, but the core of them kind of goes like this. Jack invited the devil to drink with him, but being stingy, he didn't want to pay for the ale. He convinced the devil to turn into a coin to pay, but instead of spending it, Jack slipped a coin into his pocket next to a silver cross, trapping the devil so he couldn't change back. Eventually, Jack freed him, but only after making the devil promise not to take his soul when he died. Another trick, so there's two thought of. Jack tricked the devil again, this time convincing him to climb a tree to fetch fruit. While the devil was up there, Jack carved a cross into the trunk, trapping him once more. Again, Jack only let him down after extracting the promise the devil would not send him to hell. Years later, Jack finally died, but because of his deceitful and sinful life, God refused him in heaven. So he was on his way to hell. When he went to hell, the devil looked at him and said, "Nah, buddy, I'm keeping my word. Back up you go." So his soul was not able to pass into the afterlife. He becomes a spirit and walks the world to this day. Condemned to wander the earth forever, Jack was given only a burning coal from hell to light his way. He placed it inside a hollowed out turnip to keep it glowing, and he roams the darkness with it still. From then on, he became known as Jack of the Lantern, Jack-o'-lantern. So, Irish folklore, they would carve turnips and potatoes because that's what they had.
Right, yeah. Okay.
And they would carve faces and things into these things to ward away evil spirits during the dark times.
Okay.
One of the spirits they were trying to ward away is Jack's. So from there, you kind of have this like the function of Jack, you know, being kind of like this. I mean, he was a sinful man, and I mean, even historically, they talk about how he would go to the tavern and he would get everybody, tell a story, get everybody to pay for drinks, and everybody would do rounds.
tricking them
And he would do rounds, and then when it was time for him to pay for his round, I
forgot my wallet.
I forgot my wallet. I don't have any coin on me. I'm sorry. I gotta go. Like whatever. And then he would stumble off into the dark. But this is kind of the origin of that. So as we moved from Europe into the Americas, eventually we came across pumpkins in the squash varieties instead of turnips and potatoes, and the pumpkins were easier to carve. So we went from carving turnips to carving pumpkins. And that's how we got our jack-o'-lanterns today. It's kind of like the folky origin story. So that's why we carve faces in our jack-o'-lanterns to ward away evil spirits, because it's like a face looking at you all the time.
Yeah.
Grinning. But jack-o'-lanterns are probably one of my most favorite things about Halloween. So I really wanted to do
Carving pumpkins
Stingy
and
Jack. Well, my favorite color is orange, and that was like as a kid growing up, like my parents having like the styrofoam pumpkins with the candle, like the candle light in them, kind of like a lot like that one. Like that right there is the end all be all of Halloween for me. Like jack-o'-lanterns, like I love it to death. Like I plan on getting a jack-o'-lantern tattoo.
Okay.
Because I just love jack-o'-lanterns.
I see that.
So yeah, so that's kind of like where that came from. As we kind of moved west into the Americas, we started carving pumpkins in the same kind of fall traditions of the harvest, warding away evil spirits. It's kind of tough too, considering like a lot of Christianity, like being Irish folklore. Like, you know, you can see the blends of Christianity in it with like, you know, him going to heaven and God being like, I don't think so, bro. And then him going to hell and, you know, the devil's down there with like that silver cross burn on his ass. And he's like, nah, dude, like you're not welcomed here. Back to the world of the living.
Go back.
But it is kind of crazy to think like there could potentially be a spirit out there in the woods with a light that's like beckoning you off into the distance and then like getting you off trail and lost and then like consuming your soul.
No, not me.
Not you?
Not me, no.
Are you sure?
Not with my trusty rod.
You keep talking about your rod. I'm pretty sure Jack's got a...
This is the first time I've talked about
I think Jack... I
beat Jack's ass with this.
You're gonna be on your way home tonight.
Let me catch you, Jack.
You're gonna be on your way home tonight.
Oh,
see, you don't even know how to handle your own rod. You're gonna be on your way home tonight driving, and Jack's gonna like pop up in your back seat, and then
Please don't do that.
And then you're gonna come to my office tomorrow, and you're gonna be like, bro, you won't believe what happened. I'll be like, yo, what happened? I got fingered last night by a pumpkin wielding psychopath.
Why would that ever happen?
You're gonna walk all ganked up and like waddle.
I will say this though, after filming, I do get a little.
You get a little spooked on the way home after some of the.
Well, walking to my car, I get a little spooked because it's dark out there, and I'm just like, is that a person?
What's been the spookiest thing that kind of like got you?
The spookiest thing that
out of the episodes we've done, what's the spookiest one that you're like, oh fuck?
Oh, it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. It was the the forgotten episode 9 that got misplaced.
The ghost episode.
It was a ghost episode that we had done, and it was forgotten. We lost it in the formatting. We were trying to migrate systems. And we did the movie casting.
Oh yeah, that movie was dark.
The movie casting that we did, it freaked me out. It was dark, it was gloomy, and when I was walking back out, you didn't have all the lights on, and it was total pitch. And I had decided to park all the way down towards the ditch. So I had to walk that entire drive.
Yeah, that would have been a miserable walk.
I kept looking around, and then I even, like, when I got into the car, I had to, like, is there someone back there? You
were just waiting to, like, turn the rearview mirror towards you, and you just see the eyes in the back seat, like, looking at you, like...
Oh, I would give up. I would give up.
You would give up?
I would be screaming like a little girl. You don't understand. I would reach pitches that would not be known to humans.
Okay. Well, anyway. So, yeah, jack-o'-lanterns. So, we'll do our little scenario thing, because I'm brewing some movie ideas. Okay? It's Halloween night. All right? It's Halloween night. It's tonight. Halloween night. You're in your wizard garb. You're having a great time. Kids are trick-or-treating. You're drinking a couple drinks. You had a party. Kids are running in and out of the house. Everybody's having a great time. There's a chick over there dressed like insert whatever.
That is not who
anime
you had said, but
anime uwu thing that you're into.
It's not
You're
what
like,
you had said, but
you're over there like, damn, I'm about to go chat up this chick dressed like Hanzo.
you just changed up the entire scenario.
And then old guy comes in. Old, kind of like, old-timey wears. He's got the leather boots. The treads are worn down. He looks a little dusty, but he's carrying a turnip with a red coal burning in it. And he's like, hey, wizard buddy, you want to give me some drink? And you start feeding him a couple drinks. You get to talking. And he's like, I want to show you something. And you're like, okay. And he wants you to look into his turnip hole.
Is that it?
He wants you to look into the turnip hole. You gonna look in the turnip hole?
No.
You don't want to look in his turnip?
No. I'm good. I'm just be like, no, I see that you brought your turnip.
But there's a glow in there.
I'm sure it's glowing.
All right, so you don't want to look in his turnip hole. So he goes talks to Hanzo chick. She wants to look in the turnip hole. And all of a sudden you see like what could potentially be the love of your life. You see her just disappear.
Yeah.
And you can hear like the soul trapped in there in a wail. Whoa!
Okay.
And then he comes back to you. You want to look at my turnip hole?
I'm not gonna look in your turnip hole.
All right. How are you beating old Stingy Jack?
Who says I'm gonna fight him?
What are you gonna do? He's stealing people's souls at the party. He's got all the kids now. Come on, great wizard.
All right, fine. If I'm gonna fight him, right? Knowing me, I've been in many fights. I've won a lot of them. You're gonna have to take my word for that.
What fights have you been in and won?
All the creatures, of course.
All the creatures.
All the creatures.
The Knuckle you died.
I won that one. I won that one. Going back, I threw Voss water at it.
You didn't win. You died.
Mananigal, I fought.
You lost.
We don't know.
You lost. Black Annis, you lost.
No.
Black Annis, you lost hysterically because you didn't have your pants.
No, we don't know that.
We do know that. It's canon.
I won that one. I won that one.
Bigfoot, you lost.
Again, we had a rock party throw. We had a rock throw.
You had a rock fight.
Rock fight.
And you lost.
Noonday Witch.
You look goofy as hell.
Noonday. I am a grand wizard. I should get some respect. Don't you dare say that I look.
I just looked at the screen. It's just this cloud of light.
Listen, I put a lot of thought into this. All right.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm here. I mean, I'm here for it.
Yes. You were there. You could have told me. You know what? I don't think this is a good idea.
You just it's just so good. I love it.
But I've been in many fights. What I'm going to do, I'm gonna have my trusty rod, right? I'm gonna just Gandalf bonk him, and then
You just bonking him?
yeah, bonking him. There's no way you're showing turnips to.
You're bonking him.
He's showing his glory hole turnip to everybody.
It is kind of a glory hole turn up.
That's
I mean,
what I
you
was
think
thinking.
it not only it not only
It's like, you want to see my turnip?
well, and that's kind of like the crazy thing about the turnip is like it's the ultimate suck. The turnip is the turnip he's showing everybody is like the ultimate suck.
Okay.
Like it sucks you off so good that your soul is gone. Right?
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I might look in the turnip.
Well, let's go back. I see this. He asked me. I'm like, no.
No, I'm
dude,
good. And then
I'm
he starts
good.
going around to other people, and
I
then all of
see
a
them
sudden,
get sucked
yeah,
up.
people are starting to disappear. But like the chick you had your eye on, that you're like, I'm mustering up the alcohol courage to go talk to her, and then you see her talking to him, and then like the person walks in between you two, and you just see her get sucked into the turnip. Like at that point, you know what he's doing because people are disappearing from the party.
Yes.
They're not giving us the old Irish goodbye. They're just disappearing.
I am going to immediately call him back over. There's a kind gentleman so far that he's at least asked.
So it's a consensual sucking.
It is a consensual sucking. If you think about it.
Okay.
He's asked, and you know the people that he sucked up have agreed,
Okay.
and he just walks off when you say no. Just walks off, you know.
Uh-huh.
I have to say this is the most consensual creature that we've gone against.
Yep.
Question him
Okay.
about the old sucking, and I'm going to figure out what's the old dealio about that. I'm trying to figure out why.
Brother, I can't with you. In this outfit, talking about I'm gonna go ask him about the old sucking. Like I just have this concept of you walking up to him and be like, I saw you suck up old Hanzo chick. Is it her mouth on the other side if I put it in? Like how does that work? Like the spiritual glory hole of this turnip.
Just end up docking.
Oh my God, could you?
Oh, I've played these games before.
Oh gosh, yeah. It was crazy in wizard school, wasn't it, Gandalf? It was an all-boys wizard school. You had to get it where you could.
I remember my time.
Yeah.
Hold on. This is
You can just pull it down. Like you don't have to be. Oh my gosh.
I'm free.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
Well, anyway, yeah. So you're gonna walk up and ask him about the turnip sucking.
Yes, I'm going to ask the old sucking and see what did I just see and where did that person go or people that I just see, you know, and see what his response is. If he responds to me casually,
He's gonna respond to you and in a hyper aggressive way where he's gonna grab you by the back of the head and try to make you look into the turnip.
I'm immediately
now he's found.
going to thrust my mighty rod into the hole and block it.
This is a. Usually it's me. This episode it's you.
It's the rod.
So yeah, okay. So you're shoving your flesh wand into this turnip.
Whoa, what?
So you're shoving your rod into his turnip hole.
No, I think what's going to happen, if he's trying to force me, I'm going to immediately, because I'll be carrying this,
Yep.
I'm going to immediately, like, I guess, swing it or try to go for his chest area or stomach or whatever.
Okay.
To get off of me, right? And then I'm going to...
It passes through him. He's a ghost.
I'm going to do something that I've never done before. I'm going to challenge him to a gambling of the old coin flips.
Oh, you're gonna try to trick the trickster?
I'm going to try to play the trickster at his own games, and I'm going to flip the old coin, a soul for a soul. So, best of 3. I'm going to try to trick him into... it's not going to be much of a tricking, but... Yeah, I think I'm going to try to play into...
The gambling side
Yes.
of... Interesting.
Or any other type of games of
Interesting.
that sort. So
Interesting. I'm not going to lie to you. On Halloween, usually I'm having way too much fun. So I'm probably going to be the dumbass that looks right into the turnip the first time and immediately gets sucked into it. Immediately gone. Poof. Host Tyler, he's gone. Stingy Jack here. Yeah, I'll be in there swimming with all the other spirits he's stolen. It's like, man, this party's crazy. Somebody spiked my drink. Is that hell? Oh my God.
I think
We did forget. I'm sorry about this. We did forget the pop culture.
No, I was thinking about that too. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
we
just
skipped pop
skip right
culture.
over it.
Yeah, there's only one thing in pop culture that I found about Stingy Jack.
Really, I was thinking of Sam, the trick.
Oh, Trick or Treat. No, Samheim is is they try to make it like the Halloween mascot. There's comics and everything about Sam. But no, the only pop culture thing that I like relative to that name Stingy Jack that I could find is a movie that came out a few years ago. It came out about I think after Hubie Halloween, called The Curse of Bridge Hollow. And it's got, I'm pretty sure it's one of the Wayans brothers. Pretty sure it's one of the Wayans brothers in it. But it's oh my God, it's the little sister to Lucas. The Curse of Bridge Hollow came out in 2022. It's a horror comedy, star-studded cast, in which Stingy Jack is found in an attic in a box, and it's a turnip, and she lights the turnip, and Stingy Jack's spirit's freed. And then he goes on a rampage where he brings all like the animatronics to life. It's a really fun film. When it came out, we watched it. Landon is terrified of spiders, and at one point he like weaponizes like a gigantic mechanical spider, like a big animatronic spider. And it came in, and Landon took one look at the screen. He was like, "Oh hell no!" and like dipped. Like he was like, "I'm not watching this." But it was funny because they're in a nursing home, right? And one of the animatronics that like burst in is the Grim Reaper. And to think like all these old people were like, "Death is come," and it's just like in there scything people, like yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, very funny movie. Highly recommend. But that is like literally the one instance of a name Stingy Jack that I have found in pop culture. Yeah, so that is the one instance of Stingy Jack that I've been able to find on any kind of pop culture. Is that one movie. I've read the folklore. I've watched YouTube videos on the history of him. Everybody's like, yeah, he was a dick, and then boom, he got turned into a wandering spirit because he couldn't keep his drinking, his sin, his deceit, and
Well, I mean, he kept trying to he kept tricking the devil.
and that's kind of like an insane thought. The fact that he's just like, hey, you see that fruit up there?
Okay, listen, like it's kind of the thing is like, okay, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on me. Fool me 3 times.
You don't get into heaven or hell.
Yeah, but again, the one thing he kept trying to trick, or kept tricking, was the devil himself. But why would the devil go with it? Like, oh yeah, let me go up this tree,
Well, I mean, that's kind of the shtick of the devil through a lot of this stuff is like, when he makes the deal, he sticks to it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Could you get that for me, and I'll do whatever.
Yeah.
Want? And then it's like,
yeah, give me that fruit, and I'll show you how to use a grapefruit. Have you ever seen that video? but yeah, Stingy Jack. So, who are we casting as Stingy Jack, and how are we producing a movie about it? Because I have some ideas, but I want to hear what you might have to say first.
I don't know if I want to go comedy route or a horror route.
A horror or a horror route?
A horror.
With the beard, it just sounded like you said whore.
A whore.
A whore.
A whore.
Oh, there you go.
I'm going to want to cast Keanu Reeves.
A stingy Jack?
No, not a stingy Jack.
Oh.
I don't think. No. I want him to be the main character. Of course, there are probably going to be the implications. Oh, John Wick, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I understand. But I do want him. I think we shoot it in a big neighborhood.
Are you doing like the super, like, are you doing comedy or are you doing like...
I think we're going to go kind of real-time, real-time modern horror of Stingy Jack is just, he's sucking up souls, right? He's thinking, if I can get enough souls,
Oh, I can pay the devil off.
I can pay the devil off to get me back into the afterlife or either heaven or hell, or find a loophole back in, right? His main thing is collecting souls, right? I think we have Keanu Reeves. I think he is I want him to be like a old-time an exorcist, maybe.
Okay.
But it's in this neighborhood, and of course it's on
Halloween.
And it's just the week leading up to Halloween, there has been some killings, like their bodies husked, like dried up, like everything
Okay.
from it, because he's
Draining them.
literally
Yeah, draining the
soul,
life.
sucking
Yeah.
the soul out of them and everything, right?
I like that
And
you
he's
keep
just
saying
leaving-
sucking the soul out of them.
Well, I mean, draining, sucking, it's the same thing, right? In this instance, don't make it weird, okay? But yes, the souls are gone. The husks are being left throughout the town, and they're trying to figure out like what the heck is going on. I wanted to be like the detectives are like, okay, we gotta call an exorcist, right? The main detective I want to be is it Hobb from Hobb and Shaw, Fast and Furious? What's his name?
I stopped watching those after the third one.
Steven, is it Steven Statham or Statham or whatever?
Oh, yeah, Statham, yeah.
Is it?
Statham.
Statham?
Yeah.
I got
Yeah,
it right?
I know
Oh
Statham.
my gosh, I got
Yeah.
my actors right. Anyway, I want him to be the main detective.
Okay.
He teams up, or he's like, what's going to happen? He's like, comes across the exorcist, Keanu Reeves. They team up. The detective's kind of like, but they start leading up. There's more and more husks as it gets closer to Halloween.
Okay.
So it's kind of like his powers is getting stronger and stronger the more.
Oh, so the more souls he collects, he's kind of like using the
Yeah.
life energy to be stronger and stronger.
And
Okay.
and on Halloween, it's kind of like his peak. So he's just getting stronger, and of course, the more souls he's getting. I think this is where he's like, they decide to try to entrap him because they're figuring out patterns. And what it is the husk that is left behind throughout the week have like pinpointed, and it ends up on the map as like a little pentagram of a ritual site, and it's going to lead up into the middle area is a big suburban area, and that's where they think it's going to be like the boom, get along.
Okay, so he's like targeting whatever
Like this
down
site?
like downtown like Halloween festival.
Yes, and this is where a
like
lot
where
of
they
people
they're
be,
gonna have the carnival.
lot of
They're gonna have like
souls.
1,200 people here, and like he's
Exactly.
gonna try to like suck them all off.
Yes, one by one.
Not all at one time.
No,
He's not trying to like Bonnie Blue it.
no. He likes the individual like experience, you know.
He just lines them all up though.
Anyway, they decide to try to find that out, and they go through these lores, and I guess they've seen or read text of old times that has happened before, or something like that, but it was stopped, but they don't know how to stop it. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. And I'm hoping you can help me out with that, like how to flesh this out. But that's kind of how I want to go. I don't know exactly how they end up fighting it or meeting him at the festival, but that's kind of where I want my story to go.
I almost feel like you gotta have like a detective partner die. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Not like Statham, but like his partner like dies too. His partner dies to Jack, and that's kind of like the key point where it completes the circle. Mm-hmm. But then like he needs to like almost do like I'll give up mine for you type deal. I like the idea of him like trying to harvest as many souls as possible.
I want to go back to the point of like Keanu Reeves, right, decides to actually like at the altar or whatever, he has a trap, right, and he's like, "I'll give you my soul to finish this," but he tricks him. He ends up tricking the trickster, you know.
Yeah, I like that.
Deal. I don't know the action part of this and the ending. I don't know how to end it, and I don't know how to.
I'm almost wondering if it's like if you do Keanu Reeves not as like a functioning member of the church, but as like somebody who kind of like lost something and cast off the church, but like knows the rights, knows how to perform, knows how to deal with this.
He was good at what he did, and he's very unorthodox, you know.
Yeah.
He's very extreme.
So maybe he got like excommunicated, but he like lives in this town and like started noticing, and then like Statham's like, "Hey, dude, like I know you used to do this stuff. Like I think we're dealing with something a little supernatural," and they start kind of like doing the work together. Yeah. But like that's how he comes back is like he like tricks him, and he's like, "Hey, my soul for like yours," and then like Jack's like, "Okay." And then like the trick is like he gives him his soul, but like immediately like he gets to pass into the afterlife where Jack's soul like hits Earth again, and then like the second he like sits up in Keanu's body, Statham's just like and just like blows his brain out, just drops him, and then the soul tries to move back, and then God's like, "Nah, Jack, I already told you."
Oh, I've got it. So he does that, right?
Yeah.
And he switches the souls, and he ends up in Keanu Reeves' body, and Statham's like
Yeah.
shoots him. But because he has switched the bodies and the souls or whatever, the devil is like, "Oh, I promised Jack.
Yeah.
I didn't promise." Boom. And he takes that soul that's in the body or whatever,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's like, "Now I got you."
Now I got your ass. Now
Yeah, and so he takes his soul and he tortures it or
Interesting.
absorb, you know what I'm saying? But I think that would be a cool little twist into triggering him into internal damnation, you know?
Interesting.
I feel like that would be a good. I think the main point of it is that he does ending up getting tricked, you know?
Yeah. See, I have a couple ideas for a movie.
Okay.
I would like a modern day telling of the Stingy Jack story. So I want like, I almost think I want like Charlie Day from Always Sunny, Pacific Rim, to him to be Jack, but it's like in a modern day telling where he's kind of like a shitbag and he's like using all the people around him and like blah, blah, blah. And like it goes on and on and on and on. And then like one day he tricks a stranger in a bar and it turns out to actually be the devil. And then like, you know, back and forth. And then when he dies, it's like, "Nah, buddy, here's your coal." And it's like, send him back into the world. But then he finds out that there's been multiple Jacks like throughout time. Like there's just 100 of these spirits that wander the earth together. And like it's more so like the telling of the greed and like that in life, like the deception and the sin in life, like hey, you can't move on. You know what I mean?
That'd be such a sick way.
It's almost kind of like the twist at the end where it's like, "Okay, Jack," like, and he's like, "Why do you like?" And it's like, "No, you're gonna be one of the Jack-o'-lanterns." And it's like, "What do you mean?" And it's like, yeah, and well, no, like not even the whole Harvest Souls thing. Like you literally get to exist between heaven and hell on Earth because you were a dickbag, and like you get to watch like your daughter you didn't know grow up, you know, like you get to watch like all life pass you and you will always ever be stuck here, you know, like for eternity your soul is here, like you cannot move on. Like I can't imagine a more treacherous way to die. Or like I would love to have that like modern day telling, like today's, you know what I mean? Or if you ever watched Talk to Me with the hand.
Yeah.
I would love to shoot a movie like that where you have a bunch of young actors and actresses and they're doing some kind of like Ouija board-esque thing, but they like basically they like find Jack. Like they're searching for Jack of the Jack-o'-lantern. And it's like the whole thing is like they've done a circle with jack-o'-lanterns all facing in, like you know, they play the game, and then like all of a sudden the jack-o'-lanterns are like going out around them, and then like you see like the coal burning up in the turnip, and like then you just see like this emaciated old, like, you know, like kind of like freaky dead guy.
Right.
But then he starts like making deals and starts tricking all of them, and then that's how he kind of like comes back to power and life, is by basically harvesting their life for his own. But then like you could do like a kind of like a thing where it's they either have to trap his soul or they have to pass it on. And that's kind of like the whole thing is like all of a sudden everybody's starting to play like it's the new viral trend. It's like, oh, we play the jack-o'-lantern game where we put a bunch of jack-o'-lanterns in a circle, we sit down in the middle of it, we play the game, and then see if the jack-o'-lanterns go out.
Right.
And that's kind of how they try to like get him, is like by getting this game to go viral, and then like he's got to move wherever the game's being played.
Okay.
I just don't know how they technically defeat him.
What if they just trap his soul in the right thing?
Yeah.
You know, they play the game, but like before the jack-o'-lantern goes out, they break the ritual or they break it or whatever on like the last one to trap them.
But I would almost like it to be like a kind of like a Final Destination-esque too, where it's like, oh hey, we met Jack, ha ha ha, like, oh, it's so freaky, blah blah blah. But then like they're having the most gruesome deaths. You know what I mean? It's like old boy fell down like 6 flights of stairs and is like mangled beyond like just like concrete steps. He fell down a fucking elevator shaft and splatted at the bottom. The way he splatted, right? There's like an obviously like a jack-o'-lantern face kind of like pressed in, you know what I mean, into the gore. Like his intestines are twisted out like it's the smile of the teeth, you know, like an arm's broken into a triangle, you know, his neck snapped and making like the other eye, you know, and it's like every time they see one of their friends die, they see like the visage of like the jack-o'-lantern somewhere. You know, you see it in the reflection in the mirror of the girl that died in the bathtub. You see it in the, you know, like they're constantly seeing like the triangle face. It could be even one of those things like you see a train go by and it's like and the lights on the wall. You see them making a jack-o'-lantern so they know like that's the tell, somebody's about to die. And so they like, maybe that's how they beat him, is like one of them holds up in their house for the rest of their lives. You know what I mean?
Oh, and stops the...
Yeah.
Stops the, you know what I just realized too?
Huh.
We could do this too. For another movie idea I just thought about was like the like you said, like kids or whatever, actors, actresses and all that, right? It starts off with like the showing the story of a old ritual Jack doing where he's carving out something, right? And to where he connects his soul to this eternal flame that's inside like the turnip or either the pumpkin or whatever, you know? So now that his soul is connected to that thing, and when that goes out, he will die. But as long as it stays up, he's technically immortal. So these kids like, oh, you know, years pass, and they're like, oh, let's play this, you know, fun game. They write their names on the pumpkins. They do the carvings, they do the rituals, they sit the candles, and they do the ritual by like saying the words or whatever. Yeah. They think it's a dumb game, and they notice like the pumpkins, even with like a heavy breeze, they're not going out, and they're like, oh, that's weird. Oh, well, they just put it up. They put it in their, you know, outside or whatever. But every day they've noticed like, that's weird. It's still not going out. Well, they're finding out like one of them gets hit by a car.
Pop back up.
Yeah, they're like, oh my God, it's real, right? However, the thing is like they never finished, like the story was never fully told to where Jack was the first one, right? Because he was where his flame goes out or whatever, his spirit is lingering. So he'll snuff out the lantern. And so within an hour, they have that gruesome death, like a Final Destination type death, right? their soul just, so they notice that they get all their pumpkins together and they look at it and one of them goes out, and then within that hour or whatever they die. And so they have to get to this they have to basically do the ritual, but they have to do it on like a certain time, like maybe full moon, peak of the hour, you know, at night, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, I got it. They play the game. They each carve their pumpkin. They do this, X, Y, Z. They light their pumpkin, blah. It's not so much Jack that's snuffing out their candle, but it's like, say they're at a party, right? And like somebody pours their like half drink beer into the pumpkin, right? And it extinguishes the candle, right?
Okay.
Then that person, like within that next little bit, dies. Oh hey, like they're up on the banister, you know, like in the loft area, and somebody walks by and pours their beer out and turns off Johnny's candle, and then all of a sudden somebody bumps into Johnny and he falls off and just hits the ground, snaps his neck, and he's dead. And like, you had a bunch of people play this game. Well, now you're starting to have all these kills, and now everybody's like freaking out. And they're like, one of them links it like, oh, it's the story of Jack. Like, I have to save my pumpkin. They all start like fighting over and trying to save each other's pumpkins. But in the ensuing chaos, like they're accidentally extinguishing the flames. And it's like their life flame is, and then you get to a point where it's like, they either have to be the one, like I think the trick would be is you'd have to be the one to extinguish your own flame.
Oh, and you go back to normal.
And you go back to normal.
Okay.
But if somebody else extinguishes your flame, then you die. But they got to figure that out throughout.
Because that's the trick.
Because that's the trick. Is like, you got to be willing to take your own life in order to to stop the game.
That's actually, I like that one.
But like, you could have it going on for like days after, and like the pumpkin's rotting, and it's like, what do we do? You know, it's like, oh, it's sloughed down, and, and now Josh is fucking dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I like that. That one actually pretty. That'd be a sick little.
Yeah. I think I figured out how they would trap Jack.
No, the first one.
In the first one I did.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Or not in the second one I did.
Yeah.
So they play the ritual where all the pumpkins face in, right? And Jack can go around. But what they need to do is turn the pumpkin so he can enter the circle, but then turn all the pumpkins to face him, and he's stuck in the circle. And that's how they send him back.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like, in the lore, in the folklore, the pumpkins or the turnips and the potatoes, and then later when they're in the Americans, the pumpkins are carved into faces to ward away evil spirits because they look at them. What they do is they basically make a focal point in which he can only exist, and then he escapes, or he has to go back into the spirit realm from being summoned. They basically like fold him like a black hole into, and he has to go away.
I like this.
Because then they have to trick him into the circle.
I like that. Dude, I like these movies ideas. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I really like the idea of like the modern day telling of stingy Jack becoming Jack. And then being like, brother, like you are one of millions of people who live shit lives that tricked the devil, that tricked a demon, that tricked something, that had way more power than you, and you thought that we couldn't come get you, but we're just waiting for you to beg for it. Like, it's like, holy shit.
Oh.
I don't know, man. There's like 4 really fun movie ideas right there.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to scrap the first one I did.
I don't know. I still like the Keanu Reeves like exercise, you know, like excommunicated from the church. Maybe he did like, if you want to make it like super gruesome, like maybe he did an exorcism on like a child, and the child ended up dying, and he's just like, I can't fucking deal with this, so like here's my crucifix, my gun, and my badge, bro. I can't do this. Like, I'm not fighting demons. And then like, you know, he drinks, he's this, he's that, and then Statham's like,
we're gonna have to bring
like,
you back.
Not even like we got to bring you back. It's like, you're the only person that will believe this. And then like shows them a body, and they're like, holy fuck, what are we dealing with? And then it's like, oh, it's Jack.
Jack's back. I got
Jack's
you. Okay.
back.
No.
Then we make a parody porno talking about Jack's back. Jack's bare back. It's just him fucking turnips.
Gosh.
You just have that image in your head now.
No, I just have the image of him in a field by himself fucking a pumpkin or turnip, you know? And it's just like everybody...
The fuck is happening to all my pumpkins? There's just holes.
Yeah. Well, no, it's like the messed up porno, and like all the film crew's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He's like, "I thought it was the script. I decided to go improv."
Yeah, they're in a pumpkin field, right? They're filming. We're gonna do a porno. There's one chick out there, and she's got her ass painted like pumpkins, and she's just like face down, ass up in the field, right? Just waiting for Jack to come smash that pumpkin. But instead, he goes improv, and he just fucks all the actual pumpkins. She's just over there like, Jack. And he's just blowing load. But that's what I got. Stingy Jack.
Stingy Jack.
Comes from pumpkins. Comes in pumpkins.
You know, you never really did. You never described your costume.
I'm a vampire. Do you think it'd be easier to fuck a jack-o'-lantern from like the bottom? Like, you know how they have the little buttholes on them?
Thank you guys for this.
Or if you warmed it up like a watermelon?
Thank you guys for this amazing episode of the Ghosts and Ghouls. Go ahead and leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And turn that bell on for any notifications. You know, see when we update. And go ahead and follow us on
Next
TikTok
time we hang
and
out, if you
Instagram.
smell like pumpkin, I know what you'll be doing. Just saying.
Go ahead and follow us on our other podcast streaming services that we have.
We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify. We're on Amazon. We're on YouTube. We're on
iHeartRadio.
We're on all of them.
It's crazy still. Yeah, and also have a happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, the best holiday of the year. Yeah, my actual Halloween costume that I gotta change into is not safe for work.
Wait, what?